Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be creating this stage ready chocolate brown smoky eye, and we're going to go ahead and get started with some scotch tape. I'm just going to place that on the back of my hand and remove it a few times to remove some of the sticky. Then I'm going to put it in an angular motion from my lower lash line to the tail of my eyebrow. Then I'm going to use my Morphe 35N all matte palette. And I'm gonna go in with this light cream shade and use that as my transition color using the Morphe M519 eyeshadow brush. And it's a little bit dense, so it's just gonna apply the color right where I want it to. And this is just the transition shade, so it's not very deep. Then I'm gonna use the same brush and go in with a darker cream shade. And this reminds me a lot of the Beaches and Cream eyeshadow from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe M519. It's a little bit more fluffy, and I'm going to use that dark kind of auburn, red, pink, whatever you call this shade, and I'm going to concentrate that in the outer V of my eye. And we put that tape there to kind of create that stiff line, so whenever I pull the tape off, it'll automatically clean itself up. And I'm just going to fluff that from the outer corner and kind of diffuse it towards the middle of my eyelid. Go in with my Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Liner using a BH Cosmetic liner brush, and I'm just going to concentrate that product not in any type of structural way and just kind of draw a straight line close to the lash line. Then I'm using any dense pencil brush, and I'm going to just buff that out. It does not have to be precise. I'm just diffusing the color on the eyelid, and this is going to be a base for a darker brown that we're going to use later. I want the appearance of a clean, sharp look that a liquid eyeliner will give, or even just a regular gel liner, but I want it to be fused so it almost looks like eyeshadow on the lid. Then I'm going to take my Sigma E40 fluffy brush and that dark taupey chocolate color, and I'm just going to start buffing that color all over where we just applied that gel liner. And this does not have to be in any particular method. I'm just taking it from my outer corner and then I'm fluffing it up towards the inner corner near my brow bone. And this is going to really elongate the eyes. Then I'm going back in with that Morphe brush and this dark eggplant chocolate color, and I'm doing the same thing, but I'm trying to keep that towards the outer V and down on top of that black gel liner. And I'm going back in with my Sigma E40 just to diffuse that color even more. And I'm going to take this CALA flat shader brush and that same dark eggplant chocolate, and I'm just going to start packing the color right where the corner of that tape is, all the way towards the V of the outer corner. And then I'm just going back and forth with my brushes, my Morphe and my Sigma, just to get the product distributed exactly where I want it to, and until I get it diffused. Then I'm going to remove the tape. This looks painful, but it's really not that bad. And I added some concealer, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and it's pretty damp, and I'm just going to start buffing out that concealer under the eye. And I used a yellow tone concealer to hide some of the darkness under my eye. Then I'm going to take the MERCIER Secret Brightening Powder with that same Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to start packing that on my under eye in a baking method. And this is going to give the under eye a really highlighted, lifted effect, and it's going to help hide some of my under eye baggage, because we all know that I don't get enough sleep, and I'm sure there's plenty of us out there who are the same way. Then I'm going to take my Ben Nye Shadow Cream Shadow Wheel and a small e.l.f. stippling brush. This brush is from Target. I think you can get them at any drugstore wherever they sell e.l.f. products. It's like $3, and it's so good to put on cream contour with. And I'm just applying that into all of my contour zones, and I'm going to cut out my chin and my cheekbones and then apply that on the forehead. And I'm just blending and blending and blending until all that product is blended out. Basically blend until your fingers bleed. Then I'm going to add some eyelashes, and these are just some Ardell. I think they're like double up, double wispy, whatever they are. They're super fluffy. Use whatever lashes you have, it doesn't matter. And I'm applying those with a pair of tweezers and some dark tone eyelash glue. Then I'm going to take my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper, and I'm just going to put that on the waterline to hide the lash band. Then I'm going in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and a Sonia Kashuk brush, and I think these are special edition. They're from Target. I think you can find the link on the website. I know they were on sale, super cheap, but they're such quality brushes. And I'm going to set the contour that I've already placed down and just pack that on and blend it out until I get exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to use a Morphe M431 pencil brush and this orangey peach color. It's kind of dark, has a little bit of brick undertones, and I'm going to use that on the lower lash line. And I'm connecting the outer corner to the inner corner in no particular fashion, just buffing that color down there until it's all blended out. And I'm taking that same Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Liner with that same BH Cosmetic Liner brush, and I'm connecting the gel liner from the outer corner to the lower lash line till we have a clean line. And I'm going to take a stiff dome brush, any stiff dome brush will work, and I'm just blending that color and diffusing that all over the lower lash line. And I'm trying to keep this on the outer third of my eye. Then I'm going in with a Wet n Wild eye kohl in Baby Scott Black. And I'm also going to take a dark black shadow and blend those colors together. And I'm just pressing on that outer corner to make sure it's super black and super dramatic. Now I'm going back in with that Morphe M519 and this taupey blonde shade, and I'm just buffing that all over the lower lash line to diffuse those colors out. You're using black on the lower lash line and you don't want it to be super harsh. And I'm mixing in those two orange shades. It's a light orange and a dark orange, and just blending those out. And I keep going back into the same colors used, the eggplant to cover the black gel liner, and then the orange. Now I'm using some DIORSHOW Blackout Waterproof Mascara, and I'm sorry this clip is so bad, I didn't realize that I wasn't in focus, but I'm taking some Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder and my same Real Techniques brush, or beauty blender, excuse me, and I'm carving out my cheekbones. And I'm using this in a baking method, and I'm drawing a line from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth and just blending that product down. I'm going to let this sit here and bake, and it's going to leave us with a nice clean cheekbone whenever we're finished. And I'm just setting the high points of my face with that, like where I would put my highlighter. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Soft Brown. And I might fast forward through this a little bit because you guys have seen my brow tutorial hopefully, and if not, I can link that in the description box. But I'm basically concentrating this product in the sparse areas of my eyebrow, so the arch and the tail, and just giving myself a nice defined brow. Then I'm going in with a concealer brush and some MAC Studio Finish concealer. I think this is shade NC30, and I'm going to carve out my brow bone. After I've pressed in that concealer with my finger to warm up the product, I'm going to go in with a dome brush, pencil brush, and that lightest color in that palette. And it is a matte color, but I'm just going to define a highlight on my inner corner and then also on my brow bone. And I'm going to go in with some Anastasia brow gel in blonde. This is definitely super glue for your eyebrows, and I'm going to set my eyebrows. Then I'm taking a BH Cosmetics large stippling brush and dusting off that excess powder. This is Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover blush, and it's a nice coral peach shade. I'm just using a Sonia Kashuk fluffy brush. I'm also going to use Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer and a fluffy dome brush to just warm up the skin a little bit. And I'm going to use that same Kat Von D contour highlight powder to contour my nose a little bit. And I'm not doing any type of a structural contour. I'm just applying the product on the high points of my nose and around the tip of my nose just to give it a little more angularity. Then I'm going to use MAC Roll Pigment. I think this was limited edition. I cannot find it anywhere. I've tried to link it and it's just basically non-existent. And I'm putting this on a goat hair brush, and I'm just going to use this to highlight my cheekbones as a blush highlight. So I'm going to concentrate this product on the apples of the cheeks and blend it out with that Sonia Kashuk blush brush. Now I'm going in with BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop and just a highlighting brush, and I'm going to concentrate that product on the high points of the cheeks, the top of the cupid's bow, and take that product on the center of the nose, and then I'm going to draw a ball at the tip of my nose to give my nose a lifted effect and just blend that out with my fingers. Now I'm going to take NARS Albatross and pop that on the high points of the highlighted areas where we just applied that to give the highlighted extra pop. And also take that same dome brush and put that in the inner corners and blend that upwards to kind of open up that inner corner a little bit. And also take that on the brow bone to highlight the brow bone. That is one of my favorite brow bone highlights. Now I'm going to use MAC Whirl Lip Liner, and everywhere I go this liner is sold out. And I got on eBay and found one for like $300, but I waited out and I did not purchase that because that's a little bit ridiculous. This is the liner that Kylie Jenner has made so popular, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who used that before her. So I'm just using that to overline my lips a little bit on the lower lip, and then concentrating that product on the cupid's bow, and then just dragging down to match it in the corner of my lip. Would like to see a tutorial on how I overline my lips, go ahead and comment below and let me know, and I will get on that. Next, I'm using Sephora liquid lipstick in Marvelous Mauve, and I'm really impressed with these Sephora collection liquid lipsticks. They're so pigmented, they last a long time, and they're not too drying. I have a lot of issues with liquid lipsticks being extremely dry, and no one's trying to get crepey lips. I'm going to top off the corners of that with a little bit of Kat Von D Lolita liquid lipstick for a little more of a dark brown undertone, but still keeping that shade in the mauve family. And then I'm going to use some Femme Couture Get Locked facial setting spray. You can get this at Sally's. It's super inexpensive. Usually they have like buy one get one or buy two get whatever, I don't know, and give myself a little spritz, and that should finish off this makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so thankful for all the good feedback on my other videos, and comment below to let me know what you would like to see next. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thank you.